middle of radical Islamist territory on the 11th anniversary of September 11th, and a lot of folks saying that they were, trying to retrieve weapons that they had provided to the quote-unquote rebels there in Libya to, funnel them up to the rebels in Syria. Look, let's look at the national security team of, President Barack Hussein Obama. You've got a national security advisor, Susan Rice. She lied to the American people 5 times. You've got now a nominee for the United States ambassador to the United Nations, Samantha Power, who, has said some incredibly un-American things and even advocated for us to have a military intervention against Israel and believes that we should be militarily supporting the Palestinians. You have John Brennan, who is now your national security advisor, and when you talk about Muslim Brotherhood organizations in America, 57 Islamic organizations with ties to the Muslim Brotherhood sent a letter to him back in October 2011 when he was the counterterrorism advisor, telling him that they wanted to purge all materials, training materials, whatever, that they deemed offensive to Islam and to punish anyone that was teaching those materials. And guess what? The FBI, Department of Defense, they scrubbed all the materials, and there was a Army Lieutenant Colonel by the name of Matthew Dooley who was reprimanded and taken off of the instructors platform because of that. Then you look at the fact that you got a person like John Kerry, who you just talked about, went over and gave $1.3 billion of American taxpayer funds to the Muslim Brotherhood government of Egypt. And then lastly, you've got Chuck Hagel, and Chuck Hagel is nothing more than the yes boy. He's just, the chogi boy for the Obama administration. He's not a Secretary of Defense. He's sitting there and just, rubber stamping whatever is being dictated to him from 1600 Pennsylvania. So that's your national security team. And if the American people aren't concerned about these 5 losers that I just named, then we're heading down the road to perdition.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you it's unfiltered here. We're not going through 10 layers of media. Colonel West here is speaking truth, and it's coming right to you from his heart. Colonel, in regards to your political ambitions, I know there was some comments, statements made about potential 2016, potentially a Senate run. That's a secondary question. The primary question is, if we cannot get past 2014 and make some changes here in a midterm election that show some positive potential for change, would that have a dire effect on the 2016 election? If we cannot change the dynamic in the midterm election and Obama agenda grows and his ideology continues through to 2016, can we win the presidency?
Well, let me tell you my concern. If the last 2 years for President Obama resembles the first 2 years, then we may have a country that is truly unrecognizable. And understand that 5 days before the 2008 election, Barack Hussein Obama said that we're 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America. You saw that yesterday with the Supreme Court decisions, with redefining what marriage is here in the United States of America. So I am very concerned, and that's why I really want to work hard to get out all across the country, support the right type of candidates. That's why we have a Guardian PAC fund that wants to get more military and minority conservatives up here on Capitol Hill, because you can't have the House and Senate under the same control of a Harry Reid and a Nancy Pelosi again, because then the agenda just runs roughshod right over this country. And it will be very difficult to turn it around. And I believe that there will be some systems, some things that will be put in place that will almost make the 2016 election untenable. If you understand that, Mitt Romney won about 76 to 78% of the counties in the United States of America. So the liberal progressives have done all the right type of, micro-targeting, and they understand that 22 to 24% of the counties in the United States of America get you that 51 to 52%, and you win. So you see a permanent national electorate majority that is forming, which we cannot continue down these type of policies that you've seen from the Obama administration. You know, this rule by executive order or regulatory fiat, we cannot go down that path. And so we're going to need, as you said, very strong men and women that stand up and call a ball and a strike. And, you know, I was the number one target for the Democrat Party. And, you know, some people would cower away from that. For me, it was a badge of honor for an entire, you know, political machine to say that a guy who had never been in politics in his life was their number one target, their number one enemy, their number one, you know, person to get rid of. You know, that's something great. Now, this is what they should have recognized. They should have left me where I was, because now I can be even more dangerous. I'm like a cavalry commander that's just roaming the countryside now.
That is so true. They unleashed a tiger there.
Oh, they
real
did.
Quick.
Well, they pissed me off.
Yes, they did. I saw that. I stand shoulder to shoulder with you. Anytime you want to need somebody to stand shoulder to shoulder with, I will. Let me say this. You said you would carry a gas can through hell for your men and women.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what I said back in 2003 when during the Article 32 hearing about the action I took in Iraq.
Yes.
I'm not a war criminal or whatever, and that's what the liberals want to say. You know, I think a commander's responsibility, first and foremost in combat, is to his troops. And if they know that you have that level of selfless sacrifice, they'll accomplish whatever mission that's laid out for
Absolutely.
them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And I would do the same thing for this country.
You would carry a gasoline can through hell. Colonel West, I would carry the fire hose behind you, sir. You are a true American patriot and a hero, and I thank you for your time. I know you've given us a little longer than what was agreed upon. Real quick, 2016, primary, rumor, speculation?
You know, it's so funny that Washington, D.C. and the arena of politics is the only place where if you don't say no, then people say that means a yes. I mean, and even if you say no, that means a maybe to them. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
yes, you are.
You know,
it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Everywhere you read now about Colonel Allen West is this primary thing.
Well, look, I will close by saying this. You and I took an oath not to a certain person, not to a political party. We took an oath to a Constitution, and that Constitution is the embodiment of who we are as the people, as a nation, as a republic. And any threat to that republic, any threat to that oath that you and I took, because just because we're not in uniform does not mean that that oath goes away. I will stand up and fight to make sure that my country continues on as it was intended to be for our subsequent generations, for our next generations, for my children, for your children, for our grandchildren.
It is an honor and a privilege, sir. In a 1-minute recap of your Next Generation TV, what are the plans for that? What's the direction of that? Where can individuals donate? Can they participate? How can the citizens of this nation get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. We would love for people to go to www.nextgeneration.tv and please sign up and become a subscriber. I think we're doing some great things. As a matter of fact, earlier this week, Tuesday, we went up and we shot a real nice documentary segment on the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg. That'll be out next week. So we want to get people informed. We want citizens that can go out and really understand what it means to live in the greatest nation the world has ever known, this great constitutional republic we call home, and that's America.
Amen. Amen. Colonel West, it has been an honor and it has been a privilege. I salute you, sir. I commend you. You have a direct line here anytime you want. Anything I can help you with. I'm a small beacon here on a radio voice on Blog Talk Radio, but we do have a substantial audience. It's growing, and I hope that we can assist you in any way possible. I thank you for your service, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your service, Howard. Have a great day and have a great 4th of July.
God bless. Same to you, sir. God bless, Colonel.
All right. Bye-bye.